Thinking about buying or selling a home this summer? Well, last week's numbers really did show a spike in not only sales price, but days on market. This week's numbers tell a different story, and it might be a relief for buyers. If we haven't met, my name is Denise Dresbach, and I'm a California licensed real estate agent located in Morro Bay, California. And this is your Monday Market Snapshot for July 14th, 2025. In this video, we are going to go through the trends and data for the real estate market here on San Luis Obispo County's Central Coast. We're going to look at things like active number of listings, price changes, closed, days on market, and all this information that you need if you're looking to buy or sell. We do this every week, and please don't forget to subscribe so you get these weekly updates along with other updates that I add on a weekly basis. And if you stick around for the second half, that's when we go over the new listings from the past week. Spoiler alert, there are 35 new listings from this past week here on the Central Coast of California. So let's get started. Okay, here we go with the snapshot. We're going to start with those coastal towns. And when I say coastal towns in San Luis Obispo County, I'm talking about places like Morro Bay, Los Osos, Cambria, and Cayucos, as well as some of the southern towns like Pismo Beach, Avila Beach, Grover Beach, Arroyo Grande, and Oceano. So that is what we're going to go over right now. Active number of coastal properties as of today, July 14th, 2025, we have 280. So you have 280 options out there here on the Central Coast of California. And the number last week was 273. So we're again slowly growing our active number. And that just means these are properties that are available for you to put an offer on. So these range from things like condos to oceanfront properties, and there's everything in between. So as for price changes, we've had about 28 price changes in the last week. The week before was 22, before that was 24. So we're kind of in that same area. There are the price changes that are going on. And, you know, if you haven't visited a property that you saw way back when, it's very good chance that it might be on the market still, and maybe they've reduced the price a little bit. So definitely feel free to reach out at any time if you remembered some property that you liked and you want to see it, or you want to hear more details, or maybe you just want a link. I've got a call, one sec. If we're going to take a look at the coastal new and coming soon, this is all from the past 7 days. Today's July 14th. So in the past week, we had 35 new listings come on the market, and 2 of those are coming soon. The previous weeks, we had like a lot of coming soon. We had 9 last week, 12 the week before. So I think now all those coming soons are active now, and that means we can go out and tour those. So call me up, text me, email. All that information is down below in the description and the pinned comment, and you can reach out and we can schedule something. We can tour some homes. 35 new in the past week with those 2 coming soon. And now let me give you a little bit of information about those new listings. So the range of price on these is from $350,000. So that's the lowest price property of those 35 new. And the highest price property is 5.3. Can you guess what the highest price property is? What location? Well, I'll tell you, it is in Avila Beach at $5.3 million. So that lower price property, $350,000, is in Oceano. And again, the second half of this, we'll kind of go through that list. But each location has a certain number. Arroyo Grande has the most new listings in this past week with 13. So Avila did have 4. Cambria had 4 as well. Cayucos had 1. And then Grover Beach, Los Osos, Morro Bay all had 2. And then Oceano 1. And then Pismo Beach had 6. So we'll go over those in that second half. So that is the new listings. Now, if we take a look at pending, this past week, 16 went either pending or under contract, which is a little lower than the past few weeks. We've been reporting 20 and 25 for the past like month or so. So 16 actually went under contract and 19 closed. So that number isn't much different than last week. We had 15 last week. The week before, we actually had 25. So we kind of each week, range between, I think the lowest was 10, but that was really low compared to all the other numbers usually being in like the higher teens, lower 20s. I think the highest within the past couple of months was 30. Okay, so that's closed. So you've 19 of those properties are now off the market and people are moving into their new homes. Okay, so cumulative days on market. This is going to be the number of days that the property was actually on the market. And the median number last week and the average was 69 days, which is the very highest since I started reporting this back at like the end of March for this channel on YouTube. And usually, you know, it's a lot lower than that. But this week we've come back down to the regular, which actually median is 24 days. And if you think about it, a good example of what that means is you put your home on the market, it's now active, and in 24 days, it is under contract. You've accepted an offer and now you're moving forward with a sale. So 24 days is that median right in the middle of those 19 closed. And then for average of those 19, the days were 52. So the price closed, the median close price, I should say, this week was 815. And I have to say that is the lowest number since I started doing these videos and reporting this information back in April. And so last week it was over $1 million. The week before that it was over $1 million. I think the closest that it's come to 815 was 835 the week before that. So that just means in that past week, those 19 closed. The number in the middle of everything that sold was 815,000. So that is your coastal data, coastal Monday Market Snapshot. And now let's talk about SLO County. Just a couple of numbers real quick, and then we'll get to those new listings. Active number of SLO County properties right now on July 14th is 746. And for price changes in the last 7 days of San Luis Obispo County is 79. So that's a little bit of an uptick from the week before. I think the highest number since reporting in March is about 102. So June 23rd, I reported that last week we had 102 price changes. And so again, if there was a property that you liked, you saw it was just like, whoa, that's out of my range, check it again and make sure and just kind of go through some of those listings that you sort of said, nope, and see maybe they've had a price change or a price reduction. Because out of those 79, I think there were only a couple that were increases, and maybe they were increased because of a mistake or something like that. But just keep in mind there are price changes that happen every week and every day. And so, and some of these are even as big as like 100,000. Typical is not going to be that much, but I have seen that a few times now with some of these homes that are listed over 2 million. You see like $100,000 drop. Okay. So if you don't want to sift through all the listings and you just want someone else to do for it, hi, I'm here for you. Please reach out and I'll check it out and see, we can even go over all the latest price changes or things that have been sitting on the market for a long time. And so that way, typically those sellers might be a little more motivated and they might take, that number that you feel it's actually worth. And we can also go over the comps and check and see, what the latest sales are around that property. Okay, so let's talk about the new listings now. I have these 35 new listings from the past week here in San Luis Obispo County on the Central Coast. So these are the coastal towns sorted by location. I'm going to start with Arroyo Grande because there are 13. Let's just get that big pile out of the way. Okay, so number one, this is actually a coming soon. We can check this out on the 18th of July, which is this week. So, if you want to reach out and tour, let me know and we can get it scheduled. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 1,300 square feet. The lot size on this is 8,000 square feet. It's a single level home. It does say that it has a 1-car attached garage and it is built in the 70s. It says it's well located. I can see on the map, it's kind of pretty close to the hospital there. And this home is listed for under $850,000 at $845,000. Coming soon, July 18th. For number two in Arroyo Grande, this is an active property. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's over 1,300 square feet. It is 2 levels, and it does have a 2-car attached garage. This one is built in the late 80s, and it looks like it's got some really easy, low landscape. Low maintenance landscape out in the front there, and definitely a move-in ready type of property under $760,000. Another one there kind of in the hospital area, meaning I see a map like this. I see where the house is and the hospital's up here. Okay, so 759 for that property. Number 3, internet. There it goes. Number 3 is an active property, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,600 square feet. This one's another centrally located like that, like the first two. And this one is got, it says tasteful updates and over 1,600 square feet. The lot size on this is over 7,200 square feet. Single level home with 2-car attached garage and another low maintenance landscape. Difficult for me to say, low maintenance landscape. And this one is built in the 60s, very easy to deal with front yard. And the inside definitely looks like it's got some updates. So built in the 60s, but has a bit of updates for sure. So a move-in ready from looking at the pictures here, 825 on that one. And number 4, this one's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 1,800 square feet, very similar location. So you've got a lot popping up here. And you know what that means is if you're looking in this particular area, you can work with me. We can tour all of these kind of on the same day, and then you can, get a feeling for which one you like the best. So this one says 2 kitchens, ADU potential. So that's something to note if you happen to be looking for something that is a house hack option, where you live in one, you rent out the other, or maybe you want to do like a multi-generational living situation. This might be a good one to check out. It's under $1 million. It's under 1,800 square feet. Lot size is about 7,700. It's a single level with a 2-car attached garage. And this one is listed for 975. And it does mention that it is it's packed with all sorts of special surprises and improvements. And so it's got a complete remodel in 2009. So that sounds pretty nice there, under $1 million, and with that potential for another unit. Number 5, active 4-bedroom, 3-bath, almost 2,700 square feet, just almost. The lot size on this is just over 27,000 square feet. So you've got over half of an acre. It's a single level with 3-car attached garage. And this one's built in 2002 and it is listed for $1,250,000. It's got a long list of features and updates and things like that. So let me know if you want to know more. $1,250,000 there in AG. Number 6 is a 6-bedroom, 4-bath. 2,840 for the square feet. And this one's on 6.3 acres. Multi-level, 2-car attached garage, built in 2000. And it is listed for just under 1.5 million. So you've got 6.3 acres in Arroyo Grande with 2 homes. I thought so. Okay, not just a 6-bedroom home. This actually has 2 homes. So you've got, it says scenic beauty of Corbett Canyon, and then you've got the 6.3 acres. And then of course you have 2 homes. So it says the old and charming guest cottage offers an additional 2 bedrooms, a deck, private yard. So you've got guest space, family options, or maybe rental income here. And that is under 1.5 in Arroyo Grande. Number 7 is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, almost 3,200 square foot home. And this one's on a lot size that's over 14,000, well over 14,000 square feet. We've got a single level with 3-car attached garage, built in the 2000s. And this one is listed for 1.6. And it does mention that it has distant ocean views from the backyard. So that one's 1.6 in Arroyo Grande. Number 8, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, almost 2,500 square feet. This one's on a lot size over 3.32 acres, or it says 3.32, levels 2, and it does have a 2-car attached garage built in 2016. And it says it's perched in the hills overlooking Corralitos Valley. And then it's got custom built stuff, craftsman cottage, and so on. So it's got a lot of great information. 5 minutes to the village there, and that one's listed just under 1.7. Okay, number 9, this is an active 3-2, almost 2,500 square feet, and the lot size on this one is over 9,000 square feet. and it does look to be 3 or more levels. So you've got a big size lot, and then your home does go up a couple or 3 levels. So think about that. And this is a new build, 2024. Private street in Arroyo Grande's coveted village. So if you want to be close to the village there, you want a new build or a newer build, this one is listed under 1.8 million, and that is active. You can go see that today. Number 10 is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, over 2,700 square feet, and it's almost 5 acres, 4.85 it says. We got a single level home, and it does say it's got a 2-car attached garage, and I also see a really nice, like a carport structure as well. So you've got covered parking and the garage. 5 peaceful and private acres, one-of-a-kind property, listed for $1,872,000. And number 11, remember we had 13 in Arroyo Grande, so we're almost through the AG list. 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath, just under 4,600 square feet. This one's on 2.75 acre, and it's got 2 levels with a 3.5 attached garage, and it's built in just before 2000. So $2,345,000. You're on top of the Arroyo Grande Mesa in the exclusive gated community of Black Lake Ranch Estates. You've been looking for something in there. Here you go, $2,345,000. And for number 12, I think we've talked about this one. It must have been coming soon. This one's got some open houses listed. It's on over 21 acres. It's a 5-bedroom, 6-bath with over 5,000 square feet, and it is listed for almost 2.4 million. It does have a 3-car detached garage, and when you look at the first picture, it looks like a resort. You see a nice pool, and it just looks beautiful up on the hillside there. And it actually has an infinity pool, custom finishes. Don't forget, it's got over 21 acres, and one-of-a-kind property with all kinds of things listed here for you. And 2 bedrooms are located on the main level, so that's good to know, under 2.4. Okay, number 13, last one of AG. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and this one's over 2,700 square feet and on over an acre of land. So Arroyo Grande here on the Central Coast, great location, as you can see, if you're looking for some space. So this one's over an acre, 2 levels. It says no garage, but this is nestled behind a private gate at the end of, oops, don't say the address, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, Corralitos Canyon home on over an acre. So this one's listed for over 2.5 million. All right, number 14, we're now in Avila Beach. We have 4 properties for this report today. And this one, of course, you know, these are just the new listings from the past week. There are more than just 4 listings in Avila Beach, but 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This one's over 1,500 square feet, and it is a condo. So it does have a 2-car attached garage, and it mentions that it's single level living in a highly desirable Pelican Point home, and that one is listed for $1,149,000, and that is a condo. It's active today. Number 15, we have another condo, very similar, 2-2, almost 1,500 square feet, 2-car attached garage. And if I take a look at the other one, these are in the same, basically the same complex. So if you've been searching for an Avila condo, you got a couple options here. You have a few options, and we can go tour those. Try to schedule them all on the same time. $1,149,000. So number 16 in Avila, this one's a single family. It's a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath, over 1,550 for square feet. And it does mention that it is multi-level. It has a 2-car attached garage and another one in this prestigious Pelican Point enclave of San Luis Bay Estates. So this home, I'm looking at the pictures, looks move-in ready. It's got updates. It's got some nice views off of the back deck, and this one's under 1.2 million. So that is number 16. So let's go to 17. Number 17 is our highest price property of the day. 7-bedroom, 5.5-bath, over 6,000 square feet, 3.6 acres. And you have a 2-level home with 2-car attached garage. And what it mentions is that it's a resort style retreat. I'm mixing all the words. Resort style retreat in Avila Beach. So you've got privacy, you've got space, and you've got this beautiful retreat. And I think I see something that looks like a tennis court. But if you want all the details on this one, I'm taking a look at those photos. It's got some really nice ceilings, high ceilings, and a little bit of character throughout. And that one's listed for just under $5.3 million. And it does mention that the 7-bed, 5-bath resident includes a first floor ensuite plus a separate ensuite with private access with living room and kitchen. So you do have kind of like a guest space, or, if you want to rent something out, or maybe live in the smaller unit and rent out the resort style home. But yeah, under 5.3 there in Avila. Okay, so now we're in Cambria, and this one's under 700,000. Just saw this come up earlier this morning. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, under 1,000 square feet. It is a mid-century cottage, and it says that it is very close to, and looks like, Fiscalini open space, one of the trails that go into that space. And if you're a regular viewer or listener, you know that I just love that place to take a walk, take the dogs to, and all that. But you're right there, so you can just pop out of your house and go to Fiscalini Trails. There was one that I saw last week. I mentioned it on my last upload, did the open house tour. And so you've got two options here. I think they're on either side. So you have one in Park Hill, and this is more on the Lodge Hill side. So take a look at this. This one's under 700,000. The other one is just over 800,000. So it's 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It is on a lot size, just under 3,500 square feet. Single level. There's no garage on this one, and it's built in the 70s, but it looks like it's been well cared for. And just looking at the pictures alone, it looks like you could just move right in. And that one is listed for $699. It definitely has some updates in there, so you're not walking into something that needs a lot of work, as far as I can tell. I probably will be viewing this week, so if you're subscribed, watch for the update, and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, so number 19 in Cambria. Well, what do you know? Here's the other one that I was just talking about. It's on the other side of Fiscalini Ranch. This one is in that Park Hill neighborhood. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over almost 1,300 square feet. It's just under. And the lot size on this one's 3,500. Single level, no garage. And this one is right by that. Across the road from you, you have your Fiscalini Ranch trail access. So $839 for that one. And then number 20, this has been a coming soon. And let me check my microphone. Okay, so this one's a coming soon. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,300 square feet. The lot size on this is 3,500. It is a multi-level with no garage, but it does look that it has underneath the house like maybe like a little workshop or something like that. And I'm definitely going to be checking this out this week, so stay tuned for information on that. If you want that information sooner rather than waiting for me to record, edit, and upload a video, please don't hesitate to reach out. But the cool thing about this one is it is a licensed vacation rental. So you have the opportunity to buy something that is called Big Sur style, custom built Lodge Hill home right there in Cambria, and it's under $900,000. So 3-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,300 square feet on that 3,500 square foot lot. All right, so 21 is in Cambria as well. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $1,630 for square feet. The lot size is 2,100, so we do have a 2-level home. And this has a 2-car attached garage built in the late 90s. And the location of this one is, we're right there by right by Chamel Park. So you can walk to the beach with ease, just blocks from beach access. So real great location if you're looking to be as close to the water as you can. And I'm looking at the pictures. It's got some really nice modern updates and looks clean, move-in ready for sure. And it's updated, blocks from beach. We covered that. And then, of course, you're near those Fiscalini trails again. And, the location, because you're near that park, you also can get to like West Village really quickly, or Moonstone Beach. Just under $2 million. So real great location there in Cambria, and it's active. So we can tour this. Today. Number 22, we're now in Cayucos, and this is an interesting one. So this is coming soon. We can't see this until towards the end of July, the 24th. And this one is under $4 million, but it is an oceanfront duplex. So 3-bedroom, 2-bath total, over 1,800 square feet. And the lot size on this is over 7,300 square feet. Single level, 1-car attached garage. And it does mention that it is a duplex. And not only that, it's a licensed vacation rental. So if you've been searching for that perfect vacation rental here on the Central Coast, maybe this duplex will work for you. It's under $4 million. And you have 1 unit that's oceanside, that's 2-bedroom, 2-bath, full kitchen, private ocean view patio. I'm having some trouble today. Patio. Both bedrooms include blah, 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 blah. Each unit can be rented individually, or you can do like a whole together thing. So you have those 2 separate units. Maybe you want to live in one and rent out the other, or use both as income producing. So that one is under $4 million there in Cayucos. And now we're in Grover Beach. So Grover, Los Osos, Morro Bay had 2 each. So go through these. 1-bedroom, 1-bath. This property is listed for $425,000. It is a new build condo. And we've talked about these in the past. It's active, 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 500 square feet. And this one's listed for $425,000 active and move-in ready. Number 24 in Grover Beach is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. This is a condo. This one is built in the 80s, so not the new build complex, but an older complex. And this one's under $500,000, but you do get 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and more square footage on this one. It does mention that it's 2 levels with a 1-car attached garage. Definitely looks like you could move right in. And this one's listed for $495,000. So definitely has some updates there. And it says easy walking distance to the beach, which is always a plus. Number 25 out of 35, now we're in Los Osos. So this property is under $800,000. Actually, it's under $750,000. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, under 900 square feet. It is on a lot size that's over 4,600 square feet, single level, and it does have a 2-car attached garage. And I was viewing this one online, and it's got some really nice character, charm. Being under 750,000 and having the style that it does, plus you're just blocks from the bay. This one is special. And if you've been looking for something with a little charm close to the bay in Los Osos, under 750, we have to act fast on this one because I can't imagine this is going to sit for very long. They had an open house yesterday. I meant to go and I didn't get a chance. I had some other things that came up. But I'd love to take care. I would love to take a look at this one. And as soon as I do, of course, you're going to hear about it. But if you want to see it sooner, let me know. $749,000. So number 26 in Los Osos, we got a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, almost 2,200 square feet. The lot size on this one is 6,250, and the levels, 2 levels, 2-car attached garage, and it does have what looks to be tall ceilings, great driveway space. So you got plenty of off-street parking. Looks like low maintenance again on the yard. And it actually says that it has panoramic views of Morro Rock, estuary, sand spit from nearly every room. So you're right there next to Elfin Forest and Baywood Park. And this one's listed for $1,250,000 active right now. Okay, 27, we're now in Morro Bay. This one's under 800,000. 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, just over 1,000 square feet. And it's located in North Morro. It is on a 2,400 square foot lot. And this is a single level. It is active. They only have 1 picture. Haven't seen it in person yet. It just came on the market, obviously, in the past 7 days. It was 4 days. So it's nicely refreshed. Only 1 owner in 30 years. And so if you've been looking for that little Morro Bay Beach cottage, maybe check this one out at $785,000. And number 28 in Morro Bay, this one's a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, over 4,000 square feet. And the lot size on this one is over 5,600 square feet. We got 2 levels, 2-car attached garage, and it says it's got ocean views in the Morro Heights neighborhood. So if you've been searching for something in Morro Heights, which is actually where I'm located, it is a great neighborhood. And like this says, you have some ocean views here. So this one's listed under $2 million. It's got a lot of off-street parking. It's got some grand entrances. And I do see some updates and beautiful views from this home. So under $2 million right here in Morro Bay. Okay, 29, we're now in Oceano. 1 property in Oceano today. This one's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. This one is our lowest price property of today. So 562 square feet. It is a condo, and there's no garage on this. And it mentions that it's built in 2001. And looking at the pictures, it looks very move-in ready. And it says just steps from the beach. So this is a complex. The complex is for short-term stays, perfect for investor wanting to visit the coast and also have an investment. So 350,000. You've been dreaming of a little getaway by the beach here in Oceano Dunes. You can get one for $350,000. So let me know if you want to take a look at that, as it is active right now. So number 30, now we're in Pismo Beach. So we got 6 properties in Pismo. Here's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath active property, over 1,200 square feet. The lot on this one's over 7,200 square feet. It's a single level home with 2-car attached garage, and it's built in the 80s. And it says that it is in the highly sought after neighborhood of Sunset Palisades. So someday I will get around to doing a Pismo Beach neighborhood and playlist and all that, because I've got one for Morro Bay, Cambria. I've started Los Osos, but it really takes a lot of time. So it just takes me a while to get through each one of those. But this one's listed for $1.2 million, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it does have that 2-car attached garage. So it does mention that it's close to beach, parks, trails, basketball, tennis, restaurants, so on and so forth. If you're familiar with Pismo Beach, then you're familiar with all of that good stuff. All right, number 31. So 31 is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. This is a condo in Pismo, and it's about just over 1,000 square feet. It does mention that it has a 1-car detached garage, so that's really nice. And what we have here is a furnished 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and it's at a resort and spa in Shell Beach. So here's another, if 350 might be your price range, or over $1 million might be your price range. This one's going to be over $1 million at $1,250,000. So you have your Shell Beach getaway for $1,250,000. Number 32 in Pismo. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single family residence. It's over $1,850 for square feet, and the lot size is over 4,000. It's a 2-level home. It doesn't have a garage, but it looks like it has a gate that goes, gates off your driveway. So you have some off-street parking there. And it's a really beautiful Spanish-style residence, and it is in the heart of downtown Pismo Beach. So if you're looking for something near the action, this is a 2-level home with dual living spaces. And it says ideally suited for vacation rental income, multi-generational living, or luxurious coastal retreat. So you've got some options with this one. I always love to hear the dual living thing. I'm always searching for that. And this one's listed for $1,425,000. Number 33, we've got another condo in Pismo Beach. This has, again, what looks to be like, same place, resort and spa in Shell Beach. And this one's under $2 million at $1,850,000, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, over 1,500 square feet. And it does have a 2-car detached garage in this condo. I see a nice pool and palm trees, and definitely you can move right in. And then I don't know if this one is furnished or not. It's got a long list. It does mention that it's furnished. So if you were looking for a furnished condo in Pismo, here's another option here, $1,850,000. 34 in Pismo Beach. We've got an active 3, 2.5, over 2,500 square feet. This one's on a lot of 7,200 square feet. You are in the Pacific Estates. You got 2 levels, 2-car attached garage, and it's a remodeled Spanish-style residence with panoramic ocean vistas. And this one is listed for $2,350,000. So for number 35, this is our last property in Pismo Beach. We got a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath, almost 3,200 square feet, just under. The lot size on this is over 5,800 square feet. You have 2 levels with a 2-car attached garage. And this one says that it has $600,000 in upgrades, and it's elevated panoramic ocean view Pismo Beach home. So you've got some renovations. I see a gas fireplace and ocean views and beautiful sunsets in the photos. You want to hear more about this? This is listed for $2,845,000, and it is active today. That is 35 of 35 plus your Monday Market Snapshot. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly updates. I do open house tour details. I do the Monday Market Snapshot, and I'm working on all of my Central Coast neighborhoods and different playlists for all the different locations in the area. Anything that you want me to tackle, please don't hesitate to comment below. Let me know, and I'll see you on the next one.